Hello everyone. We had another question come in for our Bible Q&A vlog this past Sunday night. And the question comes from 2 Timothy 3 verse number 6, where the Bible says, "For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lust." And the person just wanted to know what this verse was about generally. I would like to give you a handful of other verses to look at along with this one. I think in order to fully and properly understand it, you need 2 Timothy 3, you need Jude chapter 1, and 2 Peter chapter 2. Now there are a lot of other verses throughout the New Testament that will help, but 2 Timothy 3, 2 Peter 2, and Jude 1, I think all directly deal with this situation. When he says, "Of this sort are they which creep into houses," in Jude 1 verse 4 it says, "Certain men are crept in unawares." So you see a link right away there. In Jude, in that same verse, he says those false teachers and preachers, which is what we're dealing with here, they take the grace of God and they change it into lasciviousness. So they abuse this wonderful grace that we've been given, and instead of telling people that through the grace of God, through His divine power, we're able to change and become more like Christ, they tell people that you can do whatever you want and God will continuously bless you. So you can see in 2 Timothy 3:6, they lead captive silly women laden with sins, and they're led away with diverse lust. They're not trying to lead them to Christ or lead them into a new life. They lead them away. They lead them into a Bible study. In the next verse it says they're ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. So they have Bible studies, they have a new sense of spirituality, they go to church, they sing the right songs, they use the right words, but the problem is it's not real godliness. These people think that their lives are changing because they're listening to that particular man's teaching. But in 2 Timothy 3 verse 5 it says they have a form of godliness, but they deny the power thereof. Well, what is the power of godliness? According to 2 Peter 1 verses 3 and 4, we have all things that pertain to life and godliness. Because of these exceeding great and precious promises, we are able to be partakers of the divine nature and to escape the pollutions of the world. So because of true godliness, we should be able to conform to the image of Christ and walk away with a changed life. Whereas in the case of these false teachers, these creeps that are targeting, in this case, silly women, they're not promising a changed life. They're promising that all of a person's dreams will come true, this prosperity type of gospel. In 1 Timothy 6, he says that they preach gain as godliness. And then Paul says to turn away from such people. So in 2 Timothy 3:6, what you're dealing with are false teachers and preachers. These are the tactics that they use, the promises that they make. The message that they bring is not one of conformity and submission to the Spirit of God. Rather, they offer a spiritual experience that will make the person feel as if something real is happening, and at best it will be something temporary. In the long run, though, as Peter put it, the dog will return to the vomit, the sow will return to the mire, and that person's latter end is worse than it was at the beginning. So a very dangerous thing. But that's what Paul is doing in 2 Timothy 3. He's warning Timothy about these false preachers and how they operate. So I hope that helps. If you have any further questions about this passage or anything else, please feel free to find us on Facebook. Bible Baptist Potch is the name of our page, and you can leave a question there, or you can leave something in the comment section below. But I appreciate your time and hope you have a wonderful day.